Hello and welcome to Off the Shelf. My name's Heather, and if you've seen any of the other videos I've done before, you'll know that on the shelves behind me I have lots of pieces of scrap paper. And out of those scrap pieces of paper I've been making some things. And I think lots of people have been making things recently. When I go to the supermarket and look for some flour or sugar, very often I find that there's not much left. But I think that's great because it means that lots of people have been enjoying making cakes, creating wonderful creations. Perhaps you've even been sharing them with people who can't make their own cakes or get out at the moment, and that's brilliant. And do you know, when we make things, we're following a pattern that God has made. Because God is a maker. God is a creator. God made the universe, and He made the stars and the sun, and He made our beautiful world and the things that are in it, the mountains and the seas and the animals that we so enjoy watching and learning to study and just to enjoy playing around. And God made these beautiful things. But when He'd made them, He's thought, there's something more special I want to make. And He decided to make human beings. Now, those first human beings were made, as it says in the Bible, in God's likeness. Now, that doesn't mean that they looked like God or that they were God. But it meant that they could have a friendship with God. But sadly, those human beings weren't satisfied with that. They wanted more. They didn't want to just be able to have a friendship with God. They wanted to be able to have the power and the knowledge that God had. So sadly, because of their greed, sad and bad things came into the world, and you know as well as I do that there are many things in the world that are not good. There's a lot of selfishness. Sadly, there's so much hatred, and that hatred sometimes boils over into anger, and sometimes wars and awful fighting result. And God sees all that, and He's very sad. But He didn't leave His world like that, the beautiful world that He had made and the special people that He had made, because He still wanted friendship with His people that He had made. And so we know the story, don't we, that first Easter, God who had sent His Son Jesus to live in the world, God's Son was killed, having done nothing wrong, but being blamed for all the wrong things that the world has done. For all the greed, for all the hatred, for all the selfishness and the jealousies. And Jesus died as an innocent person, paying for so much of those wrong things, paying for all of those wrong things. Because God still wanted friendship with the people that He had made in His likeness. And so He made it possible for us to have that friendship again with Him, because of what Jesus had done to put things right and to give human beings a chance to start again. Now, when you make a bird like this, certainly when I do, I don't always get it right the first time, and I have to start again, and I have to try and do it again and learn. And that's a bit like things that happen in our lives. We have to start again. We get things wrong, and the wonderful thing is that God has made it possible for us to start again. So have a look on the internet and see if you can find a pattern for an origami bird. And when you're making that origami bird, don't worry if it goes wrong. Start again, because that's a reminder to us that God has given us all the opportunity to start again, we accept what He's done for us. So have fun with your paper folding, using up scrap paper, and remembering that it's okay to start again. So thank you very much for watching.